Hello there. Welcome to the the Bookshelf Podcast. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Iliad. So here we have a special guest, right here. I found him across the street. I pulled him out of the crowd, and we're going to talk about the Iliad. Introduce yourself, sir.
Hi, I'm Nathaniel G.
So, our big question today is, how does the Iliad connect to modern blockbuster movies? Now, the Iliad is a very interesting book. It uses gore and in a very interesting way that not many blockbuster movies do. The Iliad illustrates gore and in a way that it seems glorious and honorable. While in blockbuster movies, gore is usually used to exemplify a huge emphasize death or reality. The Iliad is different in this way. A big example I could think of is All Quiet on the Western Front, as gore is used there to exemplify reality, while the Iliad is used to exemplify glory, as seen when
Gore also in today's blockbuster movies they're not very much used, mainly because they want to have a certain age range for it, so PG-13, so they can't show a lot of gore, while the Iliad didn't really have that restriction back when it was written. So therefore, gore is used as much as possible.
Another big thing about the Iliad and blockbuster movies is that it's really raw and unfiltered, as blockbuster movies are really just do not restrict, because they try to appeal to all audiences, while the Iliad is just allows all these insane things to happen without any restriction, like PG-13 or R ratings that blockbuster movies have to hold behind.
On the same note of restrictions, blockbuster movies today are on a strict timeline, I guess. They're restricted to usually 2 to 3 hours, so they don't really develop a lot of characters as compared to the Iliad, where every character is named, even the ones who die 2 seconds later. They're given a backstory, their parents, their status, what they did before war, and then they're eventually killed off. While in blockbuster films, you can see up to hundreds of nameless people who die, even people you don't even meet, but they're killed off screen and such.
Yeah, another thing is that blockbuster movies are kind of just on a time limit as well. They don't have all this time to name every character and give a backstory to everyone. Well, the Iliad is a book, and they're the sky is the limit in that, or technically it was originally a verbal oral story, which meant that Homer could go on about all his detail and characters. So yeah, the Iliad is much more realistic and has less filter. I think that's all we have time for today.
Yeah, I think that's it, right?
Yeah. So
okay.
all we have time for today, and yeah.
Thanks for listening.